Today, on Guess What I Found Out, we're diving headfirst into the icy world of polar bears, because nothing says fun like an animal that can outrun you, outswim you, and out-eat you by about 12,000 calories a day. Grab a snack, Curious George, because by the end of this, you might just develop a newfound respect for these giant, fluffy death machines. Fact number 1. Polar bears are not white. I know, your eyes work just fine and you could swear polar bears are white. But surprise, their fur is actually made of translucent hairs that reflect light. That's why they can appear white, grey, or even slightly reddish at sunset, like a furry Instagram filter. Basically, they're the mood rings of the animal kingdom. But instead of indicating your emotional instability, they just tell you what time of day it is. Fact number 2, they're the only true carnivorous bears. Unlike their distant cousins who enjoy the occasional berry salad, polar bears stick to an all-meat diet. Mainly they feast on seals because nothing beats a nice fatty blubber buffet. In the summer, when their preferred meals are harder to come by, they might resort to birds, small mammals, or even algae. But don't get it twisted. Calling them omnivores just because they snack on some non-meat items is like saying you're a vegetarian because you had a side salad with your triple bacon cheeseburger. Fact number 3, their milk is basically butter. A polar bear mum's milk is 48% fat. That's not just thick, it's practically butter. Imagine drinking something that has the consistency of double cream. This high-fat formula helps cubs bulk up fast, ensuring they don't freeze to death in their first week of life. Meanwhile, humans are over here diluting whole milk because we think it's too heavy. Weak. Quick reminder, Curious George. If you're enjoying this video, give it a like, or don't. But just know that if you don't somewhere, a polar bear is judging you. Fact number 4. Female polar bears can give birth to cubs from different fathers. Talk about keeping options open. Due to a process called delayed implantation, a female polar bear can mate with multiple males over a period of months and later give birth to cubs from different fathers, basically making her a walking Maury episode waiting to happen. Fact number 5. The oldest polar bear lived to be 41 years old. Debbie, the record-holding polar bear, lived to be 41 years old in a Canadian zoo. That's a pretty solid lifespan for an animal that normally taps out at 30 in the wild. Meanwhile, some of us struggle to make it to 30 without an existential crisis and a bad haircut. Fact number 6. Polar bears are the largest bears. Yes, we all know they're big. But did you know an adult male can weigh up to 680 kilograms? That's roughly the weight of 7 refrigerators. So, the next time you think you could outrun a polar bear, just remember, you're basically being chased by a sentient kitchen appliance with claws. Fact number 7. Their eyes have built-in snow goggles. While we humans need fancy UV protective sunglasses to avoid snow blindness, polar bears come with built-in eye protection. They have special membranes that filter UV light. That's right, even nature thinks you're fragile. If you're still watching, hit that follow button. Otherwise, I'll start calling you Curious George the Quitter. Fact number 8. They can swim for days. A polar bear once swam 687 kilometers over 9 days. That's nearly 3 times the longest distance a human has ever swum. So, if you thought you had a chance of escaping one by diving into the ocean, think again. It'll just leisurely paddle behind you, waiting for you to tire out like a disappointing marathon runner. Fact number 9. They eat 12,325 calories per day. Polar bears need an insane amount of calories to stay warm and energized. A single adult female needs to eat 1 large seal every 10 to 12 days just to maintain her weight. Meanwhile, we feel guilty for eating an entire pizza by ourselves. Maybe we're just living life wrong. Fact number 10. They have the most sensitive nose on land. Polar bears can smell prey up to 32 kilometers away. That's like sniffing a pizza from across the city. If humans had this ability, we'd never have to ask, where's the best burger joint? We just follow our noses straight to it. Fact number 11. They're fast, but they overheat. Polar bears can run up to 40 kilometers per hour. That's faster than Usain Bolt, but don't worry. They rarely sprint because they overheat easily. so their top speed is kind of pointless. Like owning a sports car but only driving in traffic. Fact number 12. They share food by touching noses. If a polar bear wants to share food, it doesn't just take a bite, it politely touches noses with another bear first. Meanwhile, humans argue over who gets the last slice of pizza like it's a matter of national security. Well, there you have it. If you learned something new today, like the video. If you didn't, well, you're probably already a polar bear expert, and I'm honored you graced us with your presence. Either way, hit that follow button before a polar bear smells your indecision from 32 kilometers away and shows up at your door.